Warm, but it's a perfect evening.
It should be a good night if the bugs don't eat the light.
You know, as the sun goes down in a river like this, one of the most formidable and elusive of all the predators in fresh water goes on the prowl. I'm talking about the flathead catfish. More elusive even than the muskie. Fewer people have caught bigger flatheads, or big flatheads, than have actually caught muskies. And talking about size in a fish, the modern day hook and line record is 100 pounds, but there's pretty good indication that the old days, and maybe even still yet today, there were fish of 150, maybe up to 200 pounds. Only two fish in freshwater actually get bigger than the flathead catfish. And the principles for catching flatheads, it's really not that difficult. You are going to have to fish at night, a very elusive predator. And what we've got here, Toad and I have been fishing for a couple days, and this is the biggest and the baddest of all the holes in about a 10-mile section of river. And Toad, why don't you tell them what we got here that makes this so unique for flathead catfish?
I think the good thing about this hole, Doug, it's the deepest and the best water we've got for several miles of the river since we've been scouting. We've got good brush piles laying in 6 and 8 feet of water. Those big cats ought to be laid back up in there during the day, and tonight, just at dark, they should come out of there and go on a prowl. Maybe we can snatch some up with some good live baits. A lot of people have misconceptions about catfish. They think you have to have something dead and stinking to catch catfish, and that's just not the case, especially with flatheads. They like a good lively bait. I'm going to pitch this baby right out here by this brush pile, and shouldn't be long, I'll have some action. You know, I don't have a clicker on this reel, so what I like to do is use a rod holder, lay it in there like this, put it on free spool. I just use a stick down here on the line. That way when a cat hits it, he's going to knock my stick out of there, and he'll have a free line so that he can run with the bait.
Now all we are rigged with here is a 5/0 hook and some weights, of course, to hold the bait down. And another misconception about catfishing is that you have to have this leader up here so the fish aren't shy of this whole setup that you have here. But nothing could be further from the truth when you're dealing with snags. You want these weights very close to the actual bait. In fact, I let them slide all the way up to the hook here, and as long as you got a nice, fresh, lively bait, the flathead catfish is not exactly bashful. So we're going to pitch this one out right in front of this snag area here also. And I want you to notice the kind of tackle that I'm using. You know, if we're talking small channel cats during the daytime, almost any kind of tackle will work, but we're talking the same kind of tackle that I use for muskies. And 36-pound, you know, at least 30-pound test, probably 36 and up to 40-pound test line. You are going to have to put the meat to the fish when they grab the bait. Now the rigging that I use here is to set in the rod holder just like Otis is, but I've got a clicker on this, and so I put the reel and free spool and set the clicker, and that keeps constant tension, and when the cat takes the bait, you're going to hear it.
I'd say about another 15 minutes, as soon as things quiet down a little bit. I can already hear the carp starting to suck on the brush piles. Then we'll get a little action.
Yeah, fishing for flatheads is pretty much a nighttime affair, except for early in the season and maybe way late in the year. But it's not fast. Unfortunately, it's not fast. It's fishing for big fish. Sometimes it's an all-night affair.
Now, one thing about it, we got plenty of time. Got one working here. It's taking a little longer.
Yeah, that looks like that's a good fish.
Oh, look at him go.
Out here in the water, just a little bit further. Oh, good fish, Toad. You back. And there we are. You're going to have to come out here and get him.
Too bad of a fish.
Oh, he'll go about 15, 18 pounds.
See if I can get a hold of his jaw.
Well, I got both hands full here with the flashlight.
Still hold still.
Ah, right down in here. You bet. Oh, you bet. Ah!
Another dandy.
Yeah? What?
I just wonder how many of them are in this hole.
About 7 pounds, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, he's at least 7. His head weighs 7.
Mm-hmm. What, 15?
Yeah, I would say a good 15 or so.
Pretty fish.
Should we do a turn him loose?
Yeah, I got that other one for still photos.
Boy,
We'll
tough skin.
Okay.
Boy, that hook is really buried in that little corner of his mouth.
Now let's just cut her out. Just cut the hook and let her.
Okay. You can have a little rod out of there in a day or two.
Well, I won't hurt him a bit.
No.
Here, let him go.
Back to the depths.
Oh, that's a lot of fish. That's a lot of fish for one night, I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, terrible bug. You know, Doug, I think a lot of fishermen, catfishermen, make the mistake. When they come to a river, they just fish the first hole they come to.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we know about a 9-mile section of river here, and this is absolutely the biggest and the baddest, I'm talking the deepest hole in this section. And we've got a 5-mile straight section above us, and all the timber from up there is blowing into this big corner here. This is an exceptional hole. It's just not any hole that you might come to.
Do you think that these cats are going to just live in this hole, or just going to stay in this hole, or do you think they're going to go up or downstream to other holes?
Well, when the water's down like this, the fish are going to get in a big hole like that. They're going to stay here. Now, if the water comes up, they might move around a little, but for right now, we've got a resident population of catfish almost trapped right in this hole because of the low water.
Well, as long as we keep our baits placed just right, it's just a matter of time, then we should get some action.
Absolutely.
Pretty good chicken, eh? Bite?
I don't know. I mean, look. Toad! Toad! That's a flathead catfish. Toad! Oh! Yeah, I got a fish.
You got him?
Good fish, let me tell you. This is a stout.
Well, pump him in.
Smokes.
Pump him in.
I got him. Here he comes.
Don't horse him too bad.
No.
Get him in where we can see him.
Not just a minute, not just a minute. Get a little closer over here with, you all right with the light?
Really hogging in there.
Oh, they're so tough. Oh, look at that.
Don't lose him.
No, don't worry. Oh, they are so kind. Oh.
He's a dandy.
Oh, easy and right. I haven't got the drag set. Oh, here he comes in.
I'll get in behind him and get him in the shell.
All right, let me get him in here tight before you try to get.
Oh, he's a hog. Look at him.
There he is. Holy smokes.
That's a dandy.
Wait now.
Can you get him by the lip?
Oh, I can get him right here. Whoa, now we're talking flathead catfish, huh?
That is a dandy.
Oh, that is some fish. Look at there.
Boy, look at the head on that.
Huh?
Baby.
That
We've
fish
got to
is...
keep him for some still shots later.
All right. Well, that fish is 37. I'm guessing 37 inches long. 25, 26, maybe 27 pounds. I don't know.
Yeah,
I tell you what, go get me that keep sack there. I want to put him in there. I want to get a few shots with him pretty soon. That is some kind of critter, huh? Holy smokes. Look at that. Whoa.
His head's bigger than yours.
No, almost. Oh. Tell you what, hand me the keep sack now. And I'm gonna... There, we'll just slide him in right head first like this. Oh, that is some kind of fish.
Was he gonna fit?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had a good one before. There we go.
I'll get him drug out and I'll drag him out.
That surprises me. This is a small river. I really didn't think we'd get one that big. Yeah. Ooh, that's hot there.
You know, I think, Doug, once the guys found the place to fish, I think the real key is having good bait.
Oh, I agree with you. You know, it's got to be lively, and it should be big. You know, the stuff that we're using tonight go maybe 6, 7, 8 inches, but if you're talking suckers, I'd go 8, maybe 10 inches. But it's got to be lively. Just, you know, bait suckers, no good.
Oh, there goes my stick.
Yeah, that looks like a...
Feels pretty good.
Oh, it's a good fish, Toad. Keep his head down. Just keep his head down right there. That's it. Oh, you bet. Big.
There he comes.
Big fish. That's another 25.
Yeah, he's coming.
Okay, go ahead.
so I can get a better grip. Look at the size of that mouth.
Oh yeah, another good fish. You bet. He's as big as the last one. He's a little skinnier though.
He's not quite as heavy as the big one.
You know,
He's a dandy.
I don't know how many pounds of fish we got out of here tonight, but the whole point is that this is just not an average hole. We've been up and down the river looking things over. It's taken us a couple days, but it's really paid off. Location is half the key, then of course the good live bait. That's a beautiful fish.
Should we turn him loose?
Well, how big are you guessing first here?